Is he going to pick Priest or Druid?
Priest or Druid? I think out of both those decks, I think Priest definitely has a much more favorable matchup,
Yeah.
especially because I think Neirea tends to favor priests that are more anti-aggro. I've seen him on stream using things such as like Zombie Chow without the Undertakers in Priest. And obviously Zombie Chows, they really contest Hunter boards really well. If you put a Zombie Chow against your opponent's Undertaker and they don't have Death Rattles, you're like,
Yeah. You
hey,
you stop you completely stop their snowball potential.
free Undertakers. That's great.
Yeah. So Neirea
Okay,
did pick Priest, it seems, which is the right pick, of course. Makes a lot of sense.
I'm really hoping that Neirea wins this game, just so like we have the potential of a Priest Mirror.
You like Priest Mirrors a lot?
Well, I it's not that I like them; it's that I don't see them enough, and I
Yeah.
just like I like a bit of variety in my life.
Yeah. A bit of variety in your life. Priest versus Priest is variety. It's heal, pass, heal, pass,
Mhm.
heal, and then you're on 9 cards, 10 cards, and you realize you have to play something. So then you play something.
And then
It's
you play your Northshire clerics, and then you lose.
because they just abuse you.
Mhm.
They use Wild Pyromancer combos, and you overdraw your entire deck.
I think Neirea having Priest in his lineup is actually really good against Ekop's lineup because I think
Yeah.
Priest does really well against Paladin.
Paladin, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it has the Akanai circles to clear the three HP quartermasters. It can like stall out the hero power with zombie chows or Northshire clerics. Just everything is really good in that matchup. But right now we see Ekop with the hunter, Neirea with the priest. Neirea hoping to make a comeback in this game.
All right, so Undertaker and Ekop starting hand. Oh, Zombie Chow, hello. All right, maybe you're right. He might have them in his deck right now without Undertakers.
Yeah.
And Ekop's hand, a bit on the slow side as far as follow-ups for this Undertaker.
Now, Ekop doesn't have a death rattle for this Undertaker, but he does have a freezing trap. It's not what you really want, but I guess it's something.
It's better than anything else you could have at the moment. And you want to make sure your Undertaker will at least live at this point. Because if you lose control of the board at any point, and like let's assume he didn't play a freezing trap and the Dark Cultist fell down, like how do you recover from that? How do you just prevent the snowball in the priest's part? He's going to be the one who's doing the beatdown, and you don't want to be in that position. So this is a nice play here.
Oh man, Shadow Madness is drawn for the priest. That's also a very important card. Shadow Madness, one of the best cards that you could have against the hunter, just because we know that the hunter is running Houndmaster, and if he Houndmasters something like a Web Spinner or a Haunted Creeper, you can just Shadow Madness that card
Into the
kill off-
Houndmaster.
into the Houndmaster, and then get the death rattles. Perfect.
That's true. Yep. Yeah, not a very snowbally moment here for the hunter, which is usually what they try to do when they start with their Undertakers. This is just not what he wants to see. Oh wow, 2 death rattles. So the priest has more death rattles than the hunter.
Yeah,
Unusual
that's-
circumstance, but it does happen.
Yeah, it's great that now Neirea will be able to use these little creatures to contest the board. Haunted Creeper, Clockwork Gnome, two of the maybe better cards that you could have gotten from the Thought Steal. Hunter has like some cards that are kind of dead, but I'd say these are okay.
Yeah, and now he's putting down the Alkanized Soul Priest without a circle just to force the hunter to deal with them. He has to, because it's going to at least force a kill command away, or force the opponent to trade with his weapon.
Yeah, but Ekop has kill commands in spades. 2, in fact, in his hand already. There's 1.
That's 5 less damage to the priest's face. I used to feel like against hunters, I started the game at 20 health, and I feel like that's less and less the case post GVG. I feel like they're usually forced to use their kill commands on minions, which was not my experience before that. All right, Iron Bikal on the Sludge Belcher, and I mean, with Ekop, like as Ekop here, how do you feel considering you probably expect some kind of, Holy Nova maybe being played, Shadow Madness? This is the point where priests just start wiping your board and force you in a position you just don't want to be in.
I think as the hunter player, you just kind of have to play like they don't have those kinds of cards, because if you play out a more long, drawn-out game, then the
You
priest
lose.
is just you
Yeah.
just lose
You
because
just lose.
priest has more value cards than you do, and his cards he's going to be drawing more high quality minions on average.
Yep. So if you're Neirea here, let's assume, looking from his perspective, a trap was put down. Might not be freezing, but he did not see Snake last game. So he
Yeah,
does not know what it is. And now he sees the snakes and he's not happy about it at all.
yeah, you can see the look on his face. That's probably maybe even the worst one that he could have gotten.
Yeah. You have to kill that Haunted Creeper on the Undertaker, and hopefully that's enough to mitigate some of the damage input.
Mhm.
Wow, that's a lot of damage from Ekop here. 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 11. Oh, he's one off. I think he's one off lethal if he heals.
So
If Neirea doesn't heal, he's dead. And he's dead. No, we don't
Yep.
know. Alright, he's healing up. Okay, so he's one off lethal. And Sludge Belcher might be his saving
oh
grace.
man, and a high main is drawn for
Shower
Ekop.
Death could help a little bit. Oh, goody. Alright, so how do you... Oh, wow. That Snake Trap being MVP here. Neirea didn't see it last game because he didn't get to finish the game and attack into something, maybe. As we saw, maybe he would have wanted to trigger it last game at the end. Maybe get some information about the Hunter deck.
Yeah, information would have definitely been great. Now Neirea didn't know from the last game. He didn't learn that Ekop does run Snake Trap, which definitely is biting him in the ass right now.
Yeah, I think that might have been a really important piece of information to acquire. Is Ekop going to play it a bit slowly?
I mean,
I think just going face is probably the
I think so too.
ultimate
But
outcome.
throwing down a high main isn't exactly what I call slow. I mean, I get what you're trying to say. but I think that's a pretty good play. Pretty
Yeah, it is a
fast
good play. It's like
Just
the Doctor Boom
relatively.
rule. It's when can you play Doctor Boom? Do you have 7 mana? Okay, you're good to go.
Neirea's looking really sad right now.
Yeah, with the high main coming up off the top. This is worse. I mean, Holy Nova would help a little bit here. Just be able to get... you could kill the high main, the Nova, the board off, and you'd be alive for at least one turn. I'm being told
Okay.
there's another disconnect here on Neirea's part. Ouch. Just... Ouch. I guess hunters do that.
Yeah, I guess Neirea just.
He got steady shotted in the connection.
Yeah, but at least again in that particular scenario, the hunter was gonna win, probably gonna win anyway. There was like a 99% chance he's gonna win. Like in the previous game, there was probably a 90% chance that Ekop was gonna win, but this one is like definitely more definitive.
Yeah, like the Savannah Highmane really just stealing the game. If any other card had come off the top for Ekop that wasn't offensive enough, then I would have said otherwise. But that Savannah Highmane just stealed the game completely. And even if that hadn't been, I mean, the kill command alone would have put Neirea on 1 health. So the only comeback mechanism would have been some kind of Holy Nova or Holy Fire play with a Wild Pyromancer.
Yeah, just really unfortunate. Neirea.
It's a bit underwhelming. Yeah. It's really
Yeah,
unfortunate.
he got the Zombie Chow opening. He got a Akanai Soul Priest. Unfortunately, he didn't draw into the Akanai Circle combo, which would have been really huge. His Zombie Chow, it got freezing trapped. Again, really huge for Ekop. Even though he didn't have death rattles, that Undertaker just kept doing one damage until eventually Ekop drew into a Mad Scientist and then a Haunted Creeper, and then it did 2 damage and 3 damage, and that damage all just added up. Undertaker probably did about 10 to 12 damage that game.
1 mana Pyroblast, right? Sometimes you just can't deal with them. And that freezing trap, it was even a slow start for the Hunter, but I think the double kill command was really a big help here. Being able to, the Iron Beak Owl to remove the Sludge Belchers, remaining 1-2. Being able to go face despite the Sludge Belcher. Even without Death Rattle start, the Hunter still pulled through and would have probably won the game on the back of that. So that was a really nice, well, I mean, yeah, it's nice, but it's fairly common nowadays. So the next game, theoretically, if Ekop gets this by default, then it will be Ekop's Hunter against Neirea's Druid, I believe.
That I would say is definitely a favorable matchup for the Hunter.
The Hunter in this case, yep.
especially if Neirea is running more of like a combo druid. Those tend to be a little bit weaker against Hunter because they have fewer taunts and they have like kind of clunky cards sometimes with the combo. You
Yeah.
don't really want the combo against Hunter because Force of Nature and Savage Roar, they're just generally not efficient at on their own at removing creatures from the Hunter, which is essentially what you want to do at all times.
Yeah, you'll be happy to use them against maybe a zoo sometimes. There are times where you're more. I'm happier to use it against zoo than I am against a hunter a lot of the time, because their stuff is just way aggravating. The force of nature, there's basically nothing unless I'm killing them. So you just want your, as you said, the lineup of taunts for Senjin, Shieldmaster into Sludge Belcher, Zoo to the Claw. But if that's not the deck he's running, then that's going to be a much different experience against hunter.
Yeah, against Zoo, you can always like Force of Nature into Flame Imps, Knife Jugglers, but against Hunter, you have like fewer options. Sometimes you can Force of Nature into a Knife Juggler, but oftentimes you're going to be facing things such as Haunted Creepers and Web Spinners, which is just not really efficient to Force of Nature into.
And if you attack the juggler, it's gonna be, hello, Snake Trap, how are you doing? And then you just feel even worse for having killed it, because you might lose a tree on the way, and I mean, it's just, it's very inefficient, basically. So I'm kind of curious to see here if Neirea is reconnecting for the third game, or if there's still connection problems on his end. It's really unfortunate that this match has to, I don't know, end like this, on disconnects. I have a closure problem right here. Like I'm undergoing closure issues.
It's okay. We can see a therapist together.
Wait. You're going too fast, Monk. We're just started casting together. You just don't push it.
Tomorrow we'll be moving in together.
That's fine.
All right. So judging by Nerea's camera right now, he still hasn't reconnected.
He still can't believe what's happening.
He's like, oh my god, hunters.
Oh my god, poor Neirea.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. And Ekop still has his two decks on the back end, regardless. So.
Yeah, and I feel for Neirea that was really the important match of this whole series because Priest it's theoretically was favorable against the Hunter, and theoretically it should be favorable against the Paladin deck.
Yeah.
So just the Priest alone, and of course Ekop's third deck was the Priest deck, so he could potentially win a 50-50 there. So Neirea, now that the Priest deck is gone, can he sweep with Druid? It's definitely possible because Druid is the deck throughout Hearthstone history. Druid is the deck that 3-0s the most out of any other deck. But again,
against Hunter and then Priest and then Paladin, that's a huge amount of health to go. I mean, Priest and Paladin, like just think about them against Druid. You can say Priest is like harshly at a disadvantage, but I feel like they're not that bad now post GVG, much less than they used to be. And if it's a taunt heavy deck, then sometimes it's a bit slow. If they don't get the innervate ramps right away, it can be recoverable for the Priest.
Yeah, basically what you're saying is it's not like Neirea's Druid will be going against 3 warriors back to back.
Back to back, exactly.
Then Neirea might as well be even favored.
Yeah, exactly. But in this case, it's very different.
Neirea's still not back, unfortunately, but I think we're about to get some word from the admins right now.
Yep, looks like it. We see them typing in the chat.
We're eagerly awaiting them. No, nothing yet.
Nothing yet. Yeah, they're typing, but they're not entering. Yeah.
So while we're waiting, let's talk about why we're hosting this tournament. Of course, this is called Kinguin for Charity Winter Edition. Now, what charity are we hosting this tournament for? And it's going to be Child's Play. Child's Play is a charity that they give video games and toys to hospitals so that kids, when they visit the hospital, they definitely don't want to be there. It's usually just a very uncomfortable situation altogether. But this, when they have the toys, when they have video games, they're a bit more comfortable. They make a painful experience a bit less painful, I'd say.
Yeah, that's definitely that's the reason why this is all done. And so any donations you do for this cause are going directly to them. There is no middleman. Well, sort of, but it's funneling directly into their account. So feel free to click in the link in the description below and follow that. And yeah, for a good cause.
All right, so we just got word that unfortunately this match will have to be delayed. Neirea's connection is still a little problemsome, so this match will actually be delayed till tomorrow. I believe Ekop will start off with a 2-0, and Neirea will have to try to climb back tomorrow with his remaining Druid deck. So I bet he's going to be playing a lot of Druid tonight, just practicing and everything. And right now we're going to be having a 10-minute break soon, and we're going to go into the next match.
Yep, we're going to be back. Who's going to be playing afterwards?
I believe... Let me check for a second. It's going to be RDU versus Gara. These are two players that were very successful earlier last year, but they've kind of been dropping off a bit. RDU has won one of the Dream Hacks. He's won a Prismata Cup. He got third place in the WCA tournament, but recently hasn't been doing very well at all. And similarly, RDU, he's won a Dream Hack. He's won just multiple tournaments, and he got fourth at WCA. A similar list of accomplishments, but post GVG, he hasn't been doing well at all. So it's going to be a battle of players who just need redemption right now. Yeah. And certainly one of these players will get it.
So we'll be right back after the short break. 10 minutes. Don't move. Don't go anywhere. Kinguin for charity event.